Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our Shower Thoughts, the time journal where we document our watch collecting and watch world journey. My name is Gleb, and without further ado, dear journal, I would like to apologise for the gap between the entries, but as you might have noticed with the change of scenery, that's pretty much the reason. Let's hope that now we're going to be able to be a bit more consistent with the ways how we produce the said entries. I do hope so. Right now, I would love to ask a very hot question, and it's going to be a bit of a hot take probably coming from me. However, I would love to ask that question because it's been on my mind for quite a while. Is a G-Shock really a necessity in a watch collection? And before you start just mowing me with this, please hear me out first. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to be one of those I hate Casio people, doing it just to go against the current, against the love that Casio has been getting lately, thanks in large part to Nico, for better or for worse. But there's a common statement I have encountered over the years. Every watch collector must have a G-Shock in his collection. And quite honestly, I just want to ask why. I think the overall statement that Casio is the best value for money is quite accurate. F91W is a great example, and I'm a proud owner of it. For about $20, you get a fully functional watch that also features a chronograph, wakes you up with an alarm, and even has a loom. Well, loom. It's a mighty little watch for such a measly price. And technically speaking, G-Shock in almost any iteration of it is exactly that. The best value for money. Unless, of course, you're shopping for a Samurai Amore G limited edition that costs $8,000, but oh well. G-Shock essentially follows the same philosophy as F91W, just takes a different path. It's a sturdy, bulky watch that's made to survive longer than the thing wearing it, and often comes packed with an arsenal of complications and functions, depending on the model. It can be a day, date, 24 hours, wall time, timer, step counter. The list is quite extensive. Casio is just following that philosophy, the philosophy of making you a watch that packs a punch that equals a Tyson level one in terms of features for a very affordable price. Functionality of it makes it probably amongst the best tool watches on the market, by the truest definition of the term tool watch. It looks, feels, and just generally gives that vibe of a military-grade device, because in many ways it actually is. You can check out Watches of Espionage if you want to learn more about it. They've got a brilliant newsletter and highly recommend reading it out. It's brilliant. Considering its military prowess, when placed in a more civilian environment, a G-Shock can look very much out of place. It's like driving a rally car in the streets of Rome. Let's say you're working in an office. Wearing a G-Shock with a suit would be a very bold fashion choice, to say the least. Or let's say you're a teacher. And I'm not talking PET teachers on whose wrist it would be a little bit more appropriate. Imagining it on a wrist of an economics teacher in Harvard would be a touch, how do they say that? Uncouth. I'm exaggerating a bit, of course. But what I'm getting at is this. G-Shocks aren't the most practical watches in a 9-to-5 life, especially if we're talking about a watch that is primarily as an accessory and not a tool you're actively using. It's bulky, it's massive, and has a very specific set of features. If you're so keen on owning a Casio, perhaps it's a better choice to look towards the F91W series, or the more basic of G-Shocks, such as the DW 5600, or any square Gs actually. It is definitely a great watch, don't get me wrong, but they are a bit loud. And is it really a necessity to have it in everyone's collection then? Whilst not taking away the fact that G-Shock is a wonderful day-to-day beater, its design is as good as it is limiting. It's a wonderful watch, but I can't just find a place for it in my collection. Although perhaps that is because I haven't found D1 myself. Do you have a G-Shock? Tell us your story in the comments. Cheers.